Vile Mike here, and despite the last stream, this one's a little bit going to start off a little bit more somber. LDG, are you available? Because you walked away from your computer. All right.
Yeah, I'm here.
So, first things first, I'm going to hand everything off to LDG so he can tell everybody what happened recently. Because it did hit the Vile family pretty hard this week, or yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, good friend of ours named Yvette. She's been dealing with some issues in the past couple months. Recently, hadn't broke her leg. She had a fall and was in the hospital for the past month. Along with that, she's been dealing with some other things, other issues, particularly with her heart. And I woke up yesterday and woke up pretty early. I woke up at 6 o'clock, and before I even had the time to, go to the bathroom, take a shower or anything, but I got a phone call from Mama Prey. Well, actually, she texted me. She said, "Call me right now." And I'm like, "Well, crap. Usually, she doesn't say that unless it's serious." So I called her and I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" And she informed me that the night before, Yvette, something happened. I believe it had to do with her heart, and she passed away the night before, and we lost Yvette. That's basically it. I've known her for a lot of years, and a lot of us know her, and I personally knew her. She came to the underground for like 3.5, 4 years straight, every single day. She's a huge supporter of mine, and we've got to know each other and talk for a long time. And this is hitting me kind of hard, and I know it's hitting a lot of people because she was very community active. She was on a lot of streams. She knew a lot of you. And Bird, she was on Bird, she was on everybody's, supporting people, along with just watching a lot of stuff that she did in the background too. I know she did work for Chris Knight. She even did work for me and a few others. She's going to be greatly missed, but unfortunately we have lost Yvette.
And I did bring up a screenshot from one of the earlier Vile Mike theme song montages where Yvette was credited as one of my executive producers. She was the first patron I had on Patreon, and I wanted to make sure that when I ran this stream, I'm running it on this laptop that I currently have, and it's because her support through Patreon is the reason why I have this laptop. It's the reason why I was able to start making reviews again instead of just doing the streams. Without her, this channel would not be where it's at right now. And even if she didn't come to the streams that often, it was, or at least after she got sick, this stream may not exist without her.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, she was. I don't know how to say it. She was, even when she wasn't here, her presence was always felt for this channel. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be hard to know that she's not here anymore.
Yeah.
I was talking first.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I left out that her sister's the one who let us know when it happened. Fleur, she messaged Momo Prey and me, so I had actually a Discord message waiting for me, but Momo Prey caught me first. And she explained. She didn't go into detail specifically, but she was just letting me know, and she did mention if we were doing any streams to let her know maybe she'd like to come on and talk. She'd be willing to. So if it's cool with you, I can send her the link right now.
Of course.
Yeah. I'll do that right now and see what happens. So
yeah. Sure. No,
Yesterday,
I
I was
consider
talking with Caddy,
Mhm.
and we did a major change to the review that we were planning for this month. Me and Caddy were talking about it, and we changed up the script because we are going to add a little thing to Yvette at the end of the next review. And we're basically going to dedicate that episode to her, even though it's just Caddy on the screen this time. But yeah, Caddy also has the link. I don't know if she'll show up because, you know, she's still one of those people that sleeps in. But yeah, it would, you know, like I had, as soon as I got the notification from LDG, I had to pull over, and I was immediately messaging Mrs. Vile and Caddy about it. And that's when I saw, like, I didn't realize how many people were trying to get a hold of me about it until later on.
Oh man.
So yeah. Do you guys have anything you want to add, Elihu or Dandelion?
I don't know. It's hard to know what to say. I mean, Yvette and I didn't talk all the time, but you know, I'd still consider her a dear friend. We did have multiple, like, you know, long conversations about all kinds of stuff. Pickles even set up our own ladies' room for us in the backstage. In his backstage, he set up a separate one that was like, we called the ladies' room. It was just that we used.
Oh, I loved it when LDG would say something wrong about science and Yvette would correct him on it.
I was just about to say that, dude.
Yeah, okay, just for the
come
record,
on, that's my fucking line.
Just for the record, she did agree with some of my things. Okay, she did actually, and she said I was quite astute and very outside the box.
The only part she agreed on the only part she agreed with you when you said you're right. Only time she agreed with you, okay?
I don't know. She was such a character because, you know, I mean, I don't even understand the kind of research and stuff she was involved in, like
quantum physics.
Again, no, I realized it was quantum physics, but like
sorry.
the being involved in like that level of like of research and at such a high level, but still to be such like a personable, like in touch with humanity person. It's quite remarkable, really, you know, because some of these people who have like the different brains that can think about that kind of stuff, they can't relate to people as well. And she was just magical that she could relate to people to the level that she did, considering the level of intellect she had.
Impromptu moment of silence.
That works.
I'm going to give her both links just in case she can't come into StreamYard, but wants to chat in the chat. So I just thought of that. I'll give her both links just in case.
Yeah, I'm sure she's got a million things.
Yeah.
So maybe in the near future, we'll do like a massive supernatural retrospective type discussion on the CNA stream, because we all know that was one of her favorite shows.
Yeah.
And remember, it's not the Metallic car, okay?
Yes, it is.
It's not the Metallic car.
The weirdest thing is I'm thinking about Yvette like every day recently because I'm watching through Smallville, and I didn't realize that Jensen Ackles was in that show. Like I totally forgot that he was in the show. And I'm like, oh, I wonder if Yvette watched this show because he was in it, because I know she had a bit of a thing for him.
Well, it
was because of her.
She would take that cut out to the shower in bed, okay? Come on.
For those that don't know, the reason why I did the review of The Long Halloween was because of Yvette. She's the one who chose that one because she was such a Jensen Ackles fan.
Oh.
So, and that ended up being a two-parter because, the movie's in two parts. So yeah, those two episodes only exist because of Yvette. It was basically, on Patreon did a little, what do you want to see reviewed question. And, at the time, I only had the two patrons, Yvette and, Captain Trek. And, yeah, she's like, you can't do Supernatural, do this one because it just came out and it has Jensen Ackles in it.
Nice.
So yeah, I even forgot that those episodes only exist because of her. For anyone wondering why, out of nowhere, I just review two episodes or two movies regarding Batman and the Long Halloween.
Did anyone tell Onzo Biggerford about Yvette?
Yeah. No, I
Okay.
did. Yeah,
Good,
I
good.
pretty much told everybody, but
Okay, yeah, no,
yeah.
it's just because I know they were pretty close too. So, but like close,
Yeah.
like she and I were close, like not constantly close, but still.
He mentioned something about her on his last stream.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he was streams fairly often. I don't always catch all his streams.
Well,
I remember the long nights we played. We would play. What was that? Dandelion
Cards
Against Humanity.
Yeah.
We had like, how many of us were there? Like 6, something like that.
There was quite a few of
And
us.
we would play quite a few, and yeah, we live stream that on Krish's channel.
Mm-hmm. Did you get hold
Krishna.
of Krish?
I did message him, but he hasn't messaged me back. Like I said, he's in Australia, for those who don't know, so the internet's off limits for the most part. But I think he'll eventually see it, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Gap. The reason for this is a good friend of the channel passed away yesterday, or I guess it was Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yvette passed
just
away.
telling stories and stuff.
I don't have the channel for shit.
And yeah, and just so you know, because I guess you didn't hear earlier, the reason why I have this little screenshot up was because Yvette was the first patron I had on Patreon. And one of the things I said was, if you sign up for Patreon, I'd put you up as a executive producer on the channel. And of course, Mrs. Vile is the first name, but Yvette was the second one. And the only one for a while. And without her support, I would not have the computer I have right now, and I wouldn't be doing the reviews again. So, yeah, she will forever be a executive producer of this channel for as long as I'm around.
She'd been having some serious heart problems for quite a while, Gap. So, and then she broke her leg and ended up in the hospital. So the confluence of things. But to be honest, they gave her like a month to live about 6 months ago. So
yeah,
if nothing, she was a bit stubborn, but yes, very sad. Very sad. A loss to the world, indeed.
Well,
a little less bright today.
On a brighter note, Bill is 95.
Bill.
Jedi Bill?
William Shatner is 95 today.
Jesus.
I thought you were talking about Jedi Bill. I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't realize he was that old.
I didn't think Bill was that old. He's younger than me.
He looks that old. He looks old.
I was like, Bill Clinton? I'm like, what Bill? That's
William Shatner. Yeah, everybody, he never doesn't like to be called William. If you ever meet him, always like, call me Bill. Yeah, he hates to be called William, but that's his actual professional name. So he likes Bill. So it's happy birthday, Bill.
I always call Bill's William. There's a Bill at work, and I always call him.
Yeah, he prefers people call him Bill. It's like more informal.
I'm trying to find a recent image of him, and if this is the recent image of him, he does not look 95.
The one that says 95. I posted that image in the chat. That was from his post.
What? I don't see anything in chat. Oh, you mean the other
Twitter.
chat?
Yeah, the weekly wrap-up chat.
I'm going to try
there
to
he
bring
is.
it up. I'm going right
Yeah,
now.
he still doesn't look 95. He looks like he could do another episode of Boston Legal, no problem.
He says, quote, at 95, I'm still smoking. I've learned 2 things. Never waste a good cigar. Never trust anyone who says you shouldn't act your age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a good picture for him, too.
I wonder if at his house he just has like this like nursery there, so the doctors can inject him with stem cells like on a daily basis to make him look that good. Like he's got to be on something.
Yeah, this is from his original. This is from his post. So
He's got his hair. He's got his hair. He's got his freaking. I mean, not even that bad. 95. He should be. His wrinkles should have wrinkles.
It kind of looks
Dick
like
Van
he's
Dyke's
lost a little
100.
weight too.
He looks healthier than Trump.
Well, yeah,
He is.
Holy crap! He looks healthier than Trump.
There's nobody who doesn't look healthier than Trump. That man does not look healthy.
Well, just think. Will Wheaton is now the same age as Patrick Stewart when he first appeared in TNG. Come on.
Oh God.
Everybody looks better than Trump.
Now you're making me feel old, so thank you very much.
Yeah,
Lido.
that I did not need to know that, dude. That was some special trivia right there. I could have gone without. Oh my God, really?
Now you're making us
is?
all feel old.
How
He
old
mentions
was
old.
wait, how old was he when he was in TNG? Because he was already bald and looked like an old man.
He was in his 50s.
50s.
Well, someone can
Will's
look it
about
up
the
real
same age
quick.
as me. Will's about the same age as me.
Yeah, Lord.
Well.
Getting old.
Yeah.
I think I'm the youngest one on this stream, and I'm 41.
Yeah, Mike is the youngest.
You're just
Hey, you're right behind me.
Just a baby.
I'm
Turning
still
46 this year. Oh wait, you're 41. That means you're a Mike. Congratulations. The last or actually one of the last birthdays you're gonna have next year. Special birthdays. 42, man.
Yep. At
You're
the end
gonna
of
be
the
the answer
year,
to
42.
life and everything. Yeah. Universe, life and everything.
dude.
I remember my year 42. That was a great year.
Maybe not, Gap. I'll be 55 this year.
How old will I be? 51?
I don't know how old you are, Gap, but
I was born in 75, so I'm old.
Well, just to keep the somber added or theme,
Yvette would not want us to be somber.
Yeah.
I do want to say, as much as I disagreed with some of his politics, and I'm not going to go into it on the politics, on the non-politics stream, Chuck Norris did pass away.
Yep.
And I do want to tell a fun story about Chuck Norris that involves me.
Oh.
Excellent.
I did get to meet Chuck Norris almost, I'd say, about 33, 34 years ago.
Did you say
I was in a karate program where the sensei of my dojo was actually taught by the same sensei that taught Chuck Norris. And they were, my sensei and Chuck Norris were friends. And during one of the summer events, they had something called karate camp, where we went out to the Cleveland National Forest, and we had cabins. We didn't have tents, but it was like a week long event where we spent the night in the woods, and we did karate in the woods and played games in the woods type thing. And then on the second to last day, there was going to be an exhibition match between our sensei and one of his friends. We didn't know who it was. And it turns out that person was Chuck Norris. And the funny part for me is I had no idea who the hell Chuck Norris was at the time. And you have to understand, there was about 100 kids that for this whole thing. And he went through and he shook everybody's hand. He gave autographs to those who asked for him. I did not ask for one because I didn't know who the hell he was. But he was a very nice guy, especially when it came to making sure that martial arts is taught to the next generation. And yeah, they did the little exhibition match. So I got to see Chuck Norris literally fight somebody in person. And I'll never forget when I got home that next Saturday, my stepdad, who was an asshole through and through, I'm not going to go into that, but he was a huge Chuck Norris fan. And I remember telling the story saying, hey, yeah, we had some guy named Chuck Norris show up at our karate camp on Thursday. And he goes, are you telling me that Walker, Texas fucking Range showed up?
The man who touched Bruce Lee. Yeah.
One got his ass kicked by Bruce Lee.
Which that alone, like nobody touches Bruce Lee. Like, you know what I mean? Like he actually touched him. Like he was able to actually. Everybody else is too slow.
So yeah, that's my Chuck Norris story. But I'm not going to say I'm going to miss him too much, but I will miss the memes.
There's already the Chuck Norris died, but he took death with him when he went.
Well, my favorite meme so far was, truth be told, Chuck Norris died 30 years ago, but death only finally had the nerve to tell him.
That's a good one too.
That was good.
Okay, I see. I see LGG.
You see the chat? Yeah. Hey Fleur. How you doing?
Yeah. Thanks for Fleur.
Fleur is Yvette's sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for being here and gracing us with Yvette's profile again.
Yeah. Yeah, we will miss her dearly.
I kind of freaked out, like, what the hell? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, sorry.
We all loved her.
I also messaged Mama Pray. She might come by.
All right. Well, thank you for stopping by anyway. I do appreciate it. I might just leave that comment up for a little bit, just so. But
hey, can I change the subject?
If you want to change it, go ahead.
What's up with all these meteorites coming in and these asteroids? Come on. What is up with all this shit? It's not coming from a comet. There's no detectable comet pieces it's coming from. We've already had 8 streaks, 2 verified impacts, 3 verified explosions.
If anyone knew why, it would be you out of this group of people.
Yeah, this is confusing to me because Soho hasn't detected anything because that's our best bet getting anything in direction of the sun. We got a couple that's changing directions. I posted in the chat because I have no idea how the fuck that would happen. Yeah, it was an asteroid coming down and it changed directions. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, I want to know. Does anybody have any clue what's going on here?
I would estimate that based on what I know, some of it might be AI.
No, needs to be confirmed. Be confirmed by NASA and
JPL. The one that
changed
direction. If there's anything inside an asteroid that is, of a lower density, that the friction of the entry is able to vaporize quickly, it would cause an asteroid or a meteorite to change direction.
Yep, that makes sense.
Similar to a comet outgassing.
That's not what happens when it hits the atmosphere.
No, that's exactly what happens when
an asteroid, whether it's a stony, a solid, or rubble. No.
That's exactly what happens.
An asteroid does not change impact when it comes into the atmosphere. It's a direct path.
But if the asteroid itself has a pocket of something that is less dense than
it will explode because of the friction. It will explode because of friction. It will not change direction. I studied this, dude. This is one of my majors.
Yeah, but it would still cause it to change direction because of the.
No, it would because of the heat and the friction, it would explode. It would not change directions when entering the atmosphere. Look it up.
Well, then we don't know, Elihu.
That I would say it would, and that's just what I know about the phenomenon.
You do not know what something.
Look
it up.
Elihu's Bill Nye gland is fluctuating.
Yeah, this is one of my majors.
Yeah, but chemistry is mine, so.
Well, I was interested to find out that if you had two spaceships that go at the speed of light in the same direction, exactly the same thing, but if you attach a string to them, the string will eventually break. That's supposed to be some big physics thing.
I'd have to know what you're talking about.
Like if you had two spaceships and they were attached by a string and they were going in the same direction at the speed of light, at the same velocity, at the same second, at the same thing, you think they would both keep the same distance, right? They wouldn't get closer or whatever. But if you tied a string between their tail fins, when they went to the speed of light, the faster you approach the speed of light, and I wish I had Yvette here for this, the smaller you get. You shrink.
No, the heavier it gets. The heavier it gets.
No, they're saying that you shrink, like the length would you don't notice it now, but when you get to the speed of light, close to the speed of light, your length would actually get smaller. So the string attached to the two spaceships would shrink and snap.
The closer an object is to the speed of light,
because the
heavier the mass gets.
Well, I was thinking more because the universe is shaped like a torus, that if you have two things that are apparently going in the same direction, eventually, by just the near shape of the universe, they will be, even if they're supposedly parallel, they'll diverge at some point because literally the space in between them is getting larger.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a YouTube video. They said it was the correct answer was the string will snap.
No. Dandelion, that teleporting story just came on my feed.
This is normally where Yvette would come on and either tell me I'm talking out my ass or I might actually be on to something.
I think your description of what you saw is not necessarily what they were trying to explain, and without watching it ourselves, we can't we're missing the information.
Yeah, you have to watch the video.
So, and to continuing our celebrity death news, Nicholas Brendan died this week.
Buffy.
Yeah.
Really? What?
Yeah.
Like
Xander, the guy who played Xander.
What was it? Any like? Was
they
it
just said he passed
unexpected?
away in his sleep? They didn't say what was going on.
Huh?
But I don't know how his brother's doing, because if those who don't know, he has a twin brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So, but we lost a demon hunter essentially, which, to relate that back to Yvette, I don't have any stories about him, unfortunately, other than his episode of Buffy, the Zippo, is my favorite episode of the entire series.
Which one? Sorry.
There's a Xander specific episode called the Zippo, and the entire episode's from his perspective, and it's probably one of the best episodes of Buffy they ever wrote.
I'm trying to remember what happened in that. I'm sure I know the episode. I just
that's the one where the world is ending and all the rest of the team is trying to fight it off while they're leaving Xander out of the loop, because he's just a regular human, and he ends up hooking up with some zombies who are trying to blow up the school while the rest of the world is being supposed to go up anyway.
I think I remember that one. Yeah.
It's also the episode where he loses his virginity to Elijah Discu's character, Faith.
Oh, that's right.
So yeah, it was, and it was also the episode where it started the relationship between him and Charisma Carpenter's character. What's her name? Cordelia.
Who continues to be my favorite character in that show. I got to be honest.
I still like
Cordelia
Willow.
was always my favorite character.
Willow. Tough little Willow.
Well, Xander was the one I always related to more, but yeah, Willow was probably my favorite character.
Yeah, because the one time
I
at
was
band camp.
kind of like Cordelia was always very practical. Like she's kind of pragmatic. Like she always seemed just kind of like stuck up or whatever, but she always did just like she stepped up when she had to step up, right?
I think she was more of she was the blunt one.
Uh-huh.
Who would occasionally say something smart without realizing it.
Yeah.
But she got most of her character development in Angel, I'd say.
I don't know. I think she had a fair bit in Buffy too. I don't know. I just always liked her character, but yeah, maybe it was the bluntness, but I don't know. There just always seemed to be a lot more to her than.
What I think is funny is one of the things I watched this week is the Expendables 1 and 2, where Charisma Carpenter plays one of the Expendables, Jason Statham's character's girlfriend.
Mm.
And in the first one, where she has this little arc where essentially, she breaks up with him, has a new boyfriend. The new boyfriend is beating him or beating on her. So he returns to, rescue her, beats up her new boyfriend, and takes her back. And in the second one, she shows up in all of one scene where he says, "Yeah, I'm marrying that girl," and that's her entire showing in the second movie. And I'm like, that's it? That's all you did?
Yeah.
One scene, and you get a freaking credit in the beginning of the movie, and she doesn't even have a line.
Man, that's crazy.
So,
maybe she did originally have more, and they cut those scenes.
Probably, especially when the character says he's going to propose to her.
Mm.
Hey, Afroman released a new little short video. I put it in the CNA chat for you.
Oh, on Twitter? Let me see.
It's a short little video, 20-second clip.
I'll have to look into that. I missed that story this week.
Hold on. Let me see if I can share this.
I was just having one of those weeks where I'm like, you know what? There's just too much fucking shit going on in the world. I need a week off. But I did catch those like dickhead of the week stories. That was it.
Maybe you can share those on Chris's stream for the news.
Yeah.
Especially the MMA one with Kash Patel. That's just stupid as all hell.
I got some funny stories for him when he's ready for it. So.
All right. Let me know if you guys can hear it.
Yep.
Yes.
Is a son of a bitch. Yeah. And that's why I fucked his wife and got filthy rich. Yeah.
All right.
Oh man.
He's taking advantage of this. That's kind of funny. Sorry, I thought I wanted to see that.
I'm not okay. I'm not going back to the political stream because
yeah, I know.
There's another line about that literal son of a bitch quote was involved in one of the testimonies, and so that's even funnier to me.
Didn't he say, like, real quick, he's like, oh, well, how do you know who my mother is? And it's like, well, it could be your father. Why does she have to be? Why does she have to?
Yeah.
So good.
The other one that almost made my list was all the AI proof of life videos that it's sending out of Netanyahu. Like he might be alive, but these all look like AI.
Okay, I sent you the Aurora chart for tonight.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'll just check
Insta.
space weather, but yes, thank you.
On Insta for you. I thought it'd be easier.
Sure. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, you're in the red, so that's why I said, look
Oh,
up.
am I in the red? Like, am I in the red right now, or am I anticipated to be in the red tonight?
You're anticipated to be in the red tonight.
Nice. I'll have to make sure I let my brother-in-law know as well, because he's in Alberta. They'll definitely be more likely to see it there. More likely to have clear skies too. Okay, I can put a sweater. I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, it's kind of hot because when I was growing up in Arizona, the only way I could see the aurora was to go high north. Now, since I say the aurora, it's been seen far south as Tallahassee, Florida. Like, what the fuck? Come on.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect to see that many auroras. Oh, hold on. Sorry. I just realized I put the mic down when I had to do something real quick.
Oh.
Now you can probably hear me better.
Yeah.
It's that in-between season where it's not as cold outside, so the heating's not coming on as often inside, but it's still cold inside. Like, it's not a comfortable temperature.
Yeah.
So
It was 90.
I needed a warmer sweater.
It was 90 here.
Yeah, I heard you guys are having like a heat wave, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here. Well, I mean, it's above freezing, of course, here, but oh god, there's a
First time I hit 90 in the city.
Yeah, they're calling it the heat dome effect. It's like a miniature greenhouse.
Suck. Yeah, we had a heat dome a few years ago that was very bad because we don't have air conditioning here. People just don't have like people do. Some people have air conditioning. We don't. Most people don't have air conditioning. No.
Yeah, the heat dome was holding a low pressure in over the Pacific. That's why Hawaii's getting hit. Sorry, high pressure. That's why Hawaii's getting hit by the floods.
Yeah, we've had like an atmospheric river all week. So probably your heat dome was what was keeping the rain coming up here. That's exciting.
Yeah, it's pushing everything away.
It was
Hawaii's got flooded. The dam broke.
What was funny is after I picked up my son, his mom was saying how hot it was. And then he noticed as we were driving past a church, they had a little digital marquee with the temperature on it. He goes, it's 103 degrees outside. And then he looked at my dash because my dash also has a temperature gauge on it. And my temperature gauge on my car said it was 107.
Yeah, I think we got up to like about 111 or so here. I mean, it got hotter in some areas, but not like where I am. It got up to about 111 during that heat dome we had. It was actually even worse because we just had like January, so it had been like cold all month, and then the end of the month came and like the heat jumped like ridiculously. Like it had been like in the teens in Celsius. I can't do the conversion. It had been,
we were freezing, then all of a sudden we got the heat wave. Like, what the
yeah,
heck?
it was probably like, in the high 40s, low 50s, and then it jumped up to like 111 degrees.
Wow.
Well, thank you again for stopping by. And Elia knows more about the Northern Lights. I'm in Southern California, so I don't get the Northern Lights here at all.
Yeah.
Not at the right latitude.
Yeah. I'm sad I never got a chance to come visit Yvette. We had talked about visiting.
Yeah, I wanted to go there when I got my passport.
Yeah.
Me and Mrs. Vile had talked about it too.
We was going to explore the undergrounds.
I imagine Yvette and I would probably have sat at the pub and like,
I would imagine you guys would have made quite the cougar team.
Yeah, something like that, perhaps.
Who says there are no cats on the island?
Yeah. Poor Yvette.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. I think those major deaths were the ones that hit the hardest this week.
Yeah.
So let's talk about something more fun for the time being. Let's talk about Starfleet Academy.
Oh, I was going to say something.
Oh, wait, what were you going to say?
I decided to watch this show people were talking about. I hit episode 1, and I'm already on season 3, episode 1. It's called Invincible. Have you heard of it? Holy fucking shit, I can't stop watching this. I'm like, holy shit. 45-minute cartoon. I can't stop watching this shit.
What show? Is this the Starfleet Academy thing you're
No,
watching?
he got Invincible.
Oh, Invincible.
I found Invincible. I'm like, holy shit! I can't stop watching this.
Okay, so you're starting from season 1.
Yeah, I'm already on season 3, episode 1.
Yeah. Did you watch the Adam Eve interlude?
No, that's supposed to be. I looked it up. It's supposed to take between season 1 and 2. I'm gonna watch that before I do season 3 and 4.
Yeah, because it gives her backstory primarily.
Yeah, it's
And
not
yeah, as someone
spoilers,
who's
but-
read the comic books, I do enjoy the show as well. Season 3, I'm a little bit disappointed in how they handled the Invincible arc. Because that was basically an arc where a bunch of evil Invincibles from other universes come to attack his universe, and
Hey, no spoilers on 3.
well, I'm just telling you, it's something that happened in the comic book, and the comic book's almost 20 years old, so deal
I
with it.
haven't read the comics.
Basically, in the comics, it lasted for quite a while, and in the show, it was only like 1 or 2 episodes, maybe 3. I thought it would have been a season-long event. That's my only complaint.
What?
Pardon me?
Where is the that show? Where does it stream? Or where
Amazon.
Amazon. Yeah. Okay. I can't watch it. Never mind. Never mind.
Or Eliu, I'm sure, can send you somewhere else you can watch it.
Yeah, possibly.
I got Prime, but I hate that the fact that every single time there's a commercial, the little window says "click more information on your phone" or "click here to add to your Amazon cart." Every fucking commercial.
But yeah, Invincible, the changes they've made to it, I still enjoy, and even the creator has said that some of the changes that are in the show are changes he would have made to the comic if he had been a better writer at the time.
You mean more head squashing? Like, holy shit, this is wow.
And thank you, Captain MKG. Yvette's sister showed up earlier using her account. This was her. And I'll bring this up again just in case. But yeah. So
Sorry,
thanks for
I
stopping
should
by,
move.
Captain.
I'm trying to get this week's loaf in the oven, so I'm making a whole bunch of stupid noise. I'm just going to put my speaker on mute for a moment so you don't get all the rustling of me opening sesame seed packets and stuff like that.
Wait, we're not going to get bread porn today? We're just going to get the making of bread porn? Ooh.
You get the bread porn when the bread comes out of the oven, not before it goes in the oven. Did you want to see it before it goes in the oven?
So wait, are you telling me you're putting a load in right now?
A loaf in.
You're putting a bun in an oven?
She's muted.
I know, but I was trying to make it sound more sexual than it is.
I know. Oh, I need to make more coffee. Damn.
All right. Do you want to continue with Invincible for a little bit, or because we can wait for the last half hour to talk about Star Trek?
Well, I haven't finished Invincible, so we can just talk about Star Trek.
Okay. Well, no, we can continue Invincible for a little bit because we haven't talked about it since I watched it, and we're talking about when I was at the time. It was I don't think anyone had watched it other than me because I was a fan of the comics.
Well, I've only seen the first 2 seasons, so.
Who's your favorite character other than Invincible?
I like Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Still think Eve and Invincible should hook up.
Say that again.
Still think even the kid should hook up.
Then I won't give you any spoilers.
Okay.
But no, I'm sorry. My favorite character is his mom. Because I'm sorry, she is the definition of badass normal.
Okay, wow.
I mean, she marries a superhero. He ends up turning villain. She manages to hold together for her son, who's also a superhero, who her husband nearly kills at one point. You know, that's the end of season 1. So I'm not, no spoiler for you, Elihu.
I know, I've seen that one.
Have you met Omni Kid yet, Elihu?
No.
Then I won't go into that. But when he comes into the show, I mean, it's like she's gonna be the one to raise this person. I mean, it's considering she's a human character with no powers, no nothing.
Are you talking about,
what she does is
Oliver?
Nothing short of amazing.
Are you talking about Oliver?
Yes, I'm talking about Oliver.
Okay, the kid's gonna get power. I know the kid's gonna get power someday. So I'm like, yeah, okay. That's not a spoiler for me. If he's gonna get power, I'm like, yeah.
She's raising her husband's, her ex-husband's baby with another mother.
Yeah,
and that takes a lot. And I can vouch because one of my daughters is basically the same position. She's, you know, the people she calls mom and dad are me and, you know, her mom, but we're not her parents. We're not biologically her parents. You know, she's basically in the same position as Oliver, and my younger kid's mom is Invincible's mom in that regard. So not only that, and she's doing it with someone with superpowers. So yeah, even more impressive. And the fact that she'll talk shit to Cecil.
Oh yeah.
I mean, come on.
That Cecil's a fucking asshole. Zipping it whenever he fucking wants.
he's an asshole, but he's a justified asshole. And that's what I like about it. He's very pragmatic.
That's for the good reason. Yeah. He's like, I'm doing this for the good. He's like, are you sure you're okay, ma'am? I can take the kid off your head. No, I don't want this. Yeah. He's always looking out for the best, but he's a prick. But he has the best interest in everybody's. He has everybody's best interest.
Oh, go ahead.
He has everybody's best interest in priority, but he's a prick at going at it.
Well, what I like most about Cecil is he doesn't want to have to do the stuff he does, but he does it because he knows he might need it.
Yeah.
And he hates the fact that he might need it.
Yeah, the robot guys from St. Vincent St. Augustine. Yeah. He utilized that genius to have a little private army. He had to do that. And I did like the how when the kind of that guy who can go to multiple verses. I like how they skirted over the Spider-Man and the Batman one. I like how they just skirted over that. So I'm like, I see them going through the verse. I'm like, oh great, now they got a Spider-Man wannabe character, and they got an Aqu wannabe character. Okay. Kind of like the Portal one. Okay, I understand that. Before, okay, they kind of skirt around that. Then he's sitting on the thing. You see Black Cape's like, you're dressed as a bat. You're a man. Your name is kind of obvious. I'm like, I like how they're skirting around that.
Okay, but you have to understand, Elihu, in the comic books, he actually did meet Spider-Man and Batman.
Okay.
Now
I like how they circumvented around it, though.
Hold on. For the show, they couldn't do the Spider-Man arc, obviously, because of licensing. That's why they created a similar substitute. And to make it make a little bit more sense, at the time in the Spider-Man comic books where he meets Invincible, it was just after the first major Spider-Man Universal crossover thing, the Spider-Verse stuff. So that's why the joke was, oh yeah, I've had to deal with this stuff recently myself.
So they created like a spider feller.
Yeah, he was dressed like a spider with webbing, and there's a guy with the octopus head.
Yeah.
I'm like, sent me the Spider-Man jerking off to make webbing. Was that you, Elihu?
Yeah,
Was that Chris who sent me that?
that was me.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Oh, where does women come from? It's Gooch.
That was
Hey.
pretty bad.
Yeah, realistic spider, come on.
Well,
Now, I don't think I've got to the full season 4 yet because, wife gets in the way of watching it. But, yeah, Invincible is a really good show. If you haven't watched it, granted, there's a lot of cussing, there's a lot of violence, but it makes sense in context.
is it Invincible or Invincibles? Just
Invincible.
Invincible.
They,
Okay.
Yeah, they always make the trope at the beginning of the episode to not say the word invincible. It's because I'm, then the title shows up. Or because you're,
Yeah.
then the title shows up. Yeah, I like that little trope. That's pretty good.
Wait till you get an episode where they do it like several times in a row as a gag.
Okay, I haven't got to that one yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you see
I
that
do-
one, it's
that is
funny as
funny.
all hell.
Yeah, because I'm like, I like that trope. That's a good intro trope. I like that. No other show has done that that I'm aware of.
Well, and the fact that the title card changes every single time.
Yeah, in season 2, it kept on getting more fractured and fractured to the full Invincible was all black instead of black and red. I like how it kept on breaking up.
Yeah, and then season 3, they just change it to each motif for the various Invincibles that show up later, and I don't remember what they do for season 4 because, as I said, I haven't
I don't
finished
even know
it.
what's going on in season 3. Thanks for spoilers, man.
I already told you the Invincible War is going to be there. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, how do you feel about this? Bruce Willis is really dead in Sixth Sense. Ha ha.
Okay, yeah,
What?
that's fine. That's okay. I got another spoiler for you, Elihu.
The
Are
Titanic
you ready?
sank.
What?
The Titanic sank.
No. Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's dad.
No, I thought he was his uncle.
You know, that one really wasn't a big surprise.
Well,
I
not
mean,
if you
think
watch
about
him
it.
not if you watch him in episode order.
Well, think about
Or-
it. He's always chasing
or-
Millennium Falcon, thinking that Luke Skywalker's on there, but he's actually
Or
doing
not
the
if
Force
you-
Leia.
Not if you know like 4 words of German.
Well,
Kinda like-
okay. To be honest, though, George Lucas didn't know that. He just thought it sounded cool.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
Man.
Well, Carpenter did it on
Did
purpose
he-
in the thing with
did he,
Norwegian.
call him Vader and then find out that that meant father and then made Vader the father, or was Vader always intended to be the father? That's my question.
Okay, he wasn't always intended to be the father, but it was like 7 or 8 drafts into the first episode where he decided, yeah, it was going to be his dad.
Okay.
Because remember, Anakin was basically the character of Anakin Skywalker was originally supposed to be the Luke character.
Starkiller, not Skywalker.
Yeah, Star Killer, whatever. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the whole complicated thing with that is the first movie that was created was never like all the stuff that came after was not conceived of necessarily at the time the first movie was created. Like a lot of
Actually, in
the
the
stuff
original, sorry,
happened-
gentlemen, in the original book, the first page and a half describes the prequels, what actually happened that led up to that in the book, but it wasn't covered in the movie.
What is that like books based on the movie? Because I have those. I never
it
saw
was
the
the-
movie back
Oh.
in the day.
those
the book
written
based
by
on the
Alan D.
script.
Foster. He had access to some of it, but not everything.
Hmm. Yeah, because I didn't see the movies. I lived out in the middle of nowhere, and it was really long to go to the movies. And like my sister was too young to see that, so we would always see a movie everyone could see. And so I never saw the movie till much later. So I used to read books based on the movie all the time because my mom was happy to buy me books.
Mhm.
So I have lots of like books based on the movie kind of books, which are always kind of
Yeah.
a little. They
For
give you
the
like
longest
some
time-
details you don't get with the movies or with movies.
yeah, for the longest time, there was only like 4 books for Star Wars, and it was the novelizations of the first 3 movies,
Mhm.
and then Alan Dean Foster's Splinter of the Mind's Eye.
Right.
Which, if you read that in context now, like in context of the films, because remember, episodes 5 and 6 hadn't come out yet when he wrote that.
Right.
The whole story is almost like a love thing between Luke and Leia. Like they're on a forest planet trying to find a giant kyber crystal and get it away from Vader. And there's a bunch of romantic scenes between Leia and Luke. And reading it in hindsight is like really cringy and because you get the monologues from Luke's perspective where he's like, "Oh man, she is so beautiful. I'd like to have sex with her."
Yeah, but
So,
I mean,
yeah.
hey, if it's just like a person, you don't know is your sibling, you were never raised together, like
Unless you're in Florida.
you would just see an attractive member of the opposite sex if that's what you're into. So
Unless you're in Florida, they struck down that law. You can still marry your cousin.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
It reminds me, there was this
twin
AMA, or
sister
not
is
AMA.
not
There
first
was a
cousin.
there was a "Am I the Asshole" thing on Reddit that I saw a few years back. Basically, this couple was planning their wedding, and while inviting some of their extended family members, they found out that, oh shit, your dad is my dad. They were half siblings.
What?
And the whole thing was, am I the asshole for not wanting to cancel my wedding to my sister?
Oh no. I think legally you just probably don't have much choice.
So yeah, now I'm just imagining that scenario written by Luke Skywalker and am I the asshole for not wanting to cancel or not wanting to stop wanting to sleep with my sister?
Star Wars Saga is a Reddit post.
All right, let's switch back. We'll switch over to Star Trek for a little bit. How about that? Did you watch episode 9, Elihu?
Yes.
All right. How did you feel about it?
My impression of episode 9 is not this fucking shit again, Star Trek. How many times you gonna do a world-ending catastrophe? Come on. Every single Star Trek has one. Enterprise had one. Zindi. TNG had one. Borg. Voyager had one. Borg. Come on. DS9 had one. The Ori. Oh, sorry. That's Star Trek. That's Stargate. DS9 had one. Yeah, the Cardassians. Come on. Why is there always has to be a threat, a world-threatening ending threat Federation or Earth for ending of Star Trek? Come on. Yeah, we knew it was going to be a 2-part episode, 9 and 10. That's what they announced. I was like, okay, I'm going to watch these back to back, not separately. And I watched 8, then I waited for 9 to come out, then I watched 10, 9 and 10 back to back. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this at the end of 9? Again? That's what I hated about this episode, but I did like the dynamics. But I'm like, not fucking again, Star Trek.
Okay. Things I did like about it. The callbacks to certain parts of Trek. The Klingon joining family ritual, that Martok did for Worf, bringing that back was good. And it adds to the characterization of Jaden's character because, he doesn't have any family anymore. I mean, his father's on that one planet, yeah, but he's still alone in the academy, both literally and figuratively. So having his classmates who he went through that PTSD thing with, it makes sense that he'd have them join his family. I did like that. Bringing back Omega also makes a little bit more sense. I would say because one, technology is improved, so maybe they can actually harness it better. And they said it was supposed to be a power source. That one, the episode in Voyager where they brought it up, the planet in question was trying to use it as a power source. So yeah, we got that. The mine thing, when they're, the guy steals it so he can make mines out of the Omega, so he can, cut off the Federation. You're kind of right. To me, that was the burn all over again. Granted, they make that point in the episode.
Oops, I forgot to mention Discovery burn.
The what?
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, I forgot to mention Discovery's little world-ending thing. The burn. Sorry, go ahead. Thanks.
But I don't know about the fact that I realize the Federation is a lot smaller than it used to be, but I don't know if you could make enough mines to create an entire sphere or at least a perimeter in 3 dimensions around Federation space. That just seems kind of stupid. To me, it would have made more sense that he had just with the fleet mostly at Betazoid or Beta Z, he had just mined around the Beta Z system. That would have made more sense to me.
Yeah, but he also went from a pirate to a delegate academy, to a delegate, and people actually following him. So yeah, I do kind of understand how he was able to pull it off. But I do agree with you. How the fuck did that station hold that many mines?
Well, I'm okay. How many mines did they say they had? And hold on.
Let me find out. Hang on.
Don't these shows, not just this show, but every show always ends up with a big bad? Like,
what are we talking about?
Yeah.
What show are you guys talking about? I had you guys meet.
Academy.
Starfleet Academy.
Okay, let's see. How many mines? It doesn't say the exact.
Started talking about it. You missed all the non-Starfleet Academy chat.
Ah.
Yeah, I don't know.
See.
It seemed like
there's an exact state number of mines that they said. Let's see, give an account points. It doesn't say. Keeps it vague, but it's clear the minefield is large, sophisticated, and not something the Federation would normally deploy or tolerate. And I got my first fucking ad on ChatGPT. Thank you, fucking ChatGPT.
I hate it.
Finally showing ads. Yeah, I'm like, they finally showed an ad on when I asked for a query and a question. Sheesh. I don't want to buy Star Trek Prodigy Supernova. I don't want to solve clever puzzles. Shut up. It makes delivery vague. Place of minefield is large. Yeah, it doesn't say exactly how many, but it's just large scale conflict.
Yeah. So to me, it seems irresponsible for Starfleet to have that many Omega particles, knowing that it just takes one to destroy a large swath of space, or at least subspace. So yeah, it to me, it was a way for them to isolate the Athena, which always does. They always want to isolate the main ship for the whatever episode's going on.
The Athena was the only one that was outside of Federation space at the time.
Yeah. So, to me, I like the use of the Star Trek tropes, but it was a little cliche. It wasn't a bad episode. I mean, all the character development was really good for this episode. It was just the premise of the episode itself was a little weak. I mean, especially like Sam calling the doctor her dad was.
No, that was fun. Yeah, I like that. I saw the close to my dad. I love that line.
Yeah.
But okay, the part about the air pressure and the airlock, I love Holly Hudson's response. Well, that's a design flaw. I'm like, fuck yeah, they finally said it. Would have been better if it was in the first episode, not the episode they need to use it in.
Yeah, they for those that don't know, they reuse that flaw for the next episode. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been better if they did it in the first episode. Like,
I do like,
bro.
as much as I hate the movie Star Trek Insurrection, I like the callback to that episode where that movie where they have the Athena brought out a warp by an isolytic charge.
Mm-hmm.
Because that makes sense in the context of Star Trek. So yeah, all the Star Trek tropes were good. It's just like the overall episode is just too megalomaniacal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the whole idea of what's going on only works because of friggin' Paul Giamatti's character. I mean, his acting makes it look like, yeah, that is something this guy would have tried to do. I just don't think he could have pulled it off in the amount of time they show for the episode. Or, you know what I mean?
Why would Caleb alienate the Chancellor when the whole relationship is finding his mom? He found his mom. Why didn't he fucking tell her? That was the whole point of that relationship. That's the whole point of this thing, was to find his mom. And boom. He just didn't say anything.
I don't know. I think it was more of he was already planning to steal the shuttle. That's why.
Mm. I talk about Paul Giamatti. Episode 10. Everything that was not bolted down, he fucking chewed every single scene. I love that.
Yeah, as I said, Paul Giamatti sells the plan, but it's still weak writing.
Yeah, but the way he did his lines, man, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is great. This is his character. This is great. And we all knew Caleb was going to come in just as a little time killer. I knew that was going to happen. We need to have some time. Okay, I'll show up. Yeah, Caleb, go ahead. Sorry, I knew that trope was going to come.
Let's see. What else? How did you feel about the end of the episode when oh no, that was the beginning of the next episode. Never mind. Let's see. Screw it. Do you just want to go to the next episode?
Yeah, might as well. It's a 2-part episode.
All right, so bringing back the Doctor's hollow emitter, using that to trick the ships attacking the saucer section. Because in the first episode, they remove the saucer, which I love the fact that the saucer is its own ship. So it's got the small warp drive, it's got nacelles, so it works as a auxiliary vessel in and of itself. That's good.
Yeah,
I like.
You don't need the atrium.
Yeah, you don't, because that to me looks like the main part of the school. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So they use the mobile emitter essentially to trick them into thinking they destroyed the saucer. That was good. I liked that. That was very Star Trek-y.
And it answers the question: does he need a mobile emitter? So that's where it's been all this time. Inside his pocket, it's not visible. He has it on him. Like, okay,
there's no reason why it has to be on him per se.
It was inside his pocket. Yeah, okay, that answers the question. Like, because people are asking, wait, are the hollow emitters everywhere now? Where's his emitter? Inside his pocket.
Let's see. I also like the fact that it kind of fucked him up. Because if his program is still being stored on it to an extent, it makes sense why, if they had to use it for something that large, he's now a little bit out of it, almost like he's drunk or injured. That makes sense. I like that. And I like the fact that it was his, daughter, Sam, who was able to figure it out. That that he's actually trying to tell us how to stabilize Omega, and it would also make sense why he would know that because he was friends with 7 of 9. He was on Voyager at the time they had the Omega thing for that episode. It would also make sense that he would learn how to stabilize Omega since then.
Okay, wait a
Yeah,
second.
but-
So
yeah.
just so I can catch up real quick. Is Omega stable yet or not stable
Yes.
Okay.
in Academy?
As far as in the episode, this is not full Omega. This is a synthetic variant of Omega.
Synthetic Omega?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Interesting. That's actually kind of interesting. I'll give him a point for creativity on that.
basically, it's a slightly less dangerous version.
It's still
Not
dangerous.
by much, but slightly less dangerous. That's all.
Oh,
Now the physics of what they were talking about doesn't make much sense, other than it's just technobabble, which again is very Star Trekky.
Don't use that word around me. I always forget that. Come on.
But the trial of the Federation, that part I thought was a little contrived. I don't know if again, Paul Giamatti sells it, but it's still a little, I don't know. I don't know how to put my feelings about it in words. It's like, it's contrived.
Lackluster.
Lackluster. It's been done before.
Yeah, Star
And-
Trek. Yeah, it happened to Kirk and McCoy. Come on.
So I would
It
have
happened
much
to
rather.
Data. It happened to Frakes. Come on. It happened to Wesley. Tom McCoy. Come on. It happened before.
So yeah,
With Paul.
I think the trial part was the weakest part of the episode, even though again, Paul Giamatti knocks it out of the fucking park and chews the scenery like Shatner.
No, more than Shatner. It was Shatner had to take the screwdriver and try to unscrew it. No, he just ripped everything apart. Giamatti was fucking awesome in that scene.
It's really hard to hate on that part of the episode when the acting was so good,
I know.
I kind of hate that. I hate that the best acting for the episode was the worst part of the episode, was during the worst part of the episode. What else?
I'm surprised they haven't already freaking. I'm surprised they still took that stance and they didn't say that they already, we mastered the Omega particle. We've figured out what freaking 7 of 9 did, and
Yeah, why
now-
wasn't the doctor, if he could figure it out, why was he at the Dacian Academy working with everybody on that project how to stabilize it if he knew how to stabilize it? Why was he stuck at the Academy?
I mean, because that would have been like a huge.
I
huge
have a very
accomplishment.
easy answer for that. It was because they didn't want to. Remember, the Omega particles were being kept on a secret weapons satellite or weapon station. I think they didn't want everyone to know that they were working with Omega because of how toxic or dangerous it is. Even if the point behind it was for power generation and not weapons. I think that's why.
Okay.
I mean, if anything, you could just have like an Omega farm somewhere in like the void of space where even if it blew up, it wouldn't really hurt anybody, and just have that area like as a, I don't know, generator and just start charging batteries. And I mean, you Omega is supposed to be pretty powerful, especially if you get, I mean, just one is like a civilization. Enough energy for a civilization for one particle.
I still think Temeria is going to do something against the Academy next season 2, because she still has that anxiety against the commander who Senses her. She's only there. She's only at the academy. I believe she only accepts the Federation because of Caleb.
Yeah, but that kind of contrivance is common in Star Trek. So, and it's a way to separate, most of the cast from extraneous characters. I mean, Star Trek 3, for example. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah, it's weird. It's like, again, the contrivances I don't have a problem with because it's very Star Trek-y. It was just maybe I would have wanted this ending to last longer. I think it should have been a season finale where we discover the minefield. It shouldn't have been the second to last episode. I realized they wanted to leave it off as an arc or close the arc beforehand in case they don't get renewed, but I think I would have preferred it if they didn't do that. To me,
maybe there's more to it and it'll come back up in the next episode, or have you already watched all the episodes?
No, this is the last episode of season 1.
Okay.
But they already
only
made
10
season 2,
episodes.
though.
Oh, I see. But you thought they shouldn't have wrapped it up this episode. They should have left it on a cliffhanger.
Yes. Now, granted, Star Trek doesn't do cliffhangers all that often. I think there was none for TOS or TAS. There was one cliffhanger in all of Next Generation. There's like 2 or 3 cliffhangers for Deep Space Nine. And did Voyager even have any?
Yes, they did.
Which one?
Yeah, the Borg.
Oh, when Lon Suter does his thing. So yeah, there's that cliffhanger.
Yeah.
So yeah, So altogether, I understand Star Trek doesn't do cliffhangers all that often, but I would have preferred if they had, because if you're going to dive into this continuity heavy, one episode leads into the next way of storytelling now instead of episode of the week. Do that with the season finales too. Fuck it,
Yeah, they had I think it was the Borg when Riker fired on Captain Picard.
That was a great episode.
The best of
that
both
was
worlds.
A great cliffhanger.
Yeah,
I mean that was a cliffhanger, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was one of the best ones ever.
Yes, best of both worlds. Come on.
Shockwave, didn't Enterprise do that too, where they had a cliffhanger that lasted between seasons?
Was indeed.
Yeah.
And Chain of Command. Yeah, Chain of Command. I remember that one.
I see you looking it up on your computer. You see your computer.
Yeah, I know.
I see you looking it up.
I'm remembering them as I'm reading them.
I can zoom in, okay?
Oh yeah, Deep Space Nine. Yeah, The Search is right. Way of the Warrior. I mean, there's quite a few here that Star Trek did. First Contact, parts 1 and 2, Lower Deck season 2.
Well, Lower Decks was able to get away with it because, that was a much more silly series, even though I loved that fucking series.
Academy's already filming season 2.
And I will look forward to it. As much hate as it seems to get, and I know Jack isn't here to defend it, but I don't understand the amount of hate he has for this show, because I'm a fan of Star Trek. I wouldn't say I'm a bigger fan than he is, but I'm one of those people that read comic books and books about, from the Star Trek franchise. If there was anything I didn't like, I stopped reading it, or I stopped,
I think he's upset because it's called Starfleet Academy, and only about 12% of the time they were actually in the academy doing classes.
I think also what happens is people are hoping for a certain kind of show or a certain thing, and when what you get instead is nothing like that and isn't necessarily super awesome, it doesn't add to the mass of the available materials. It doesn't take it in a good direction, right? Like there's like, oh, there's this cool thing that they could do, or they could have characters that do this or something like that. And if it's just like weak compared to like what you envision it could be, then it seems like a waste to do it, especially if it gets bad ratings and then the show gets canceled. Because then if anytime there's bad stuff that gets canceled, it makes it harder to get something good, like something else started in that universe, right?
Well, what's funny about it to me is, and I pointed this out to people on Twitter who, complain about Starfleet Academy. Every single complaint I've ever seen them lodge at Starfleet Academy, I've been able to compare it to something that they do like in another Star Trek show.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, so why did it work for this episode of Star Trek, but not for this episode?
Right.
And
I've
their
seen
response
it.
is usually, well, it's because Alex Kurtzman fucked it up. And I'm like, that doesn't help,
Yeah. Bit vague there, folks.
So I'm not saying Alex Kurtzman is a good guy in general or a good showrunner. I mean, I've got my issues with him alone just for the Transformers franchise, because that's another franchise I enjoy. But, I don't think he's ruined Star Trek any more than Ronald D. Moore did, or than Orsi did. It's still Star Trek to me. I still think, and I'll point out things I don't like Section 31. It was a shit movie. I fully admit that. Discovery seasons 1 through 3 sucked.
I can't believe you actually recalled Section 31. Nobody remembers that movie actually exists, man.
And as I said, Star Trek 5, it's a horrible movie. It didn't ruin Star Trek, though. Star Trek Insurrection, another horrible movie. It didn't ruin Star Trek. Star Trek Into Darkness, very horrible movie. Did not ruin Star Trek. So just because there's some bad elements to it, it does not mean Star Trek is over. Star Trek is officially ruined. Because that's not how it ever has been. So to me, a lot of the complaints seem to be they changed it, now it sucks. And no one's ever going to, I don't think anyone can convince me otherwise without showing me some good evidence.
I think Star Trek has always straddled the line between being pretty cool and innovative and also being like extremely cheesy. Like,
oh yeah,
it's kind of part of it, right? Like the part of Star Trek, the point is to be a bit bad. Like that's kind of part of what it is.
Well, like every series of Star Trek has had its, silly episodes for the sake of doing a silly episode. I mean,
absolutely.
You got the Tribbles. You got Spock's brain for TOS. For TNG, you have some of the crew gets turned into kids for an episode.
Yeah, or whatever.
Deep Space Nine, you get the some of the people get shrunk into a miniature Defiant or a miniature Runabout for a while.
Yeah.
You got the Neelix tells us horror story about a monster living on deck, whatever, for Voyager. I mean, you've got these silly episodes. It's fine to have them on occasion. Not everything has to be perfect. And as me and Mrs. Vile, me and Caddy have pointed out many times in our TOS reviews, Vulcanian. Spock is a Vulcanian.
Yeah.
James R. Kirk. I mean, come on. Continuity has not always been a priority in Star Trek.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think some people take it more seriously than it takes itself, is I guess.
Yes,
the point.
Vulcan used to had a red sky, and now it has a blue sky.
It used to have a moon. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's a double planet. Yeah. Okay. I mean,
how did you like how they addressed the reason why there was no Discovery in episode 10?
It was a way to write them out of the episode. I mean, it's exactly what they do all the time. So yeah, I like that they gave us a blurb, at least a Discovery wasn't able to help, but you know, it makes sense. You know, the story is about the Athena crew. It's not about Discovery. So I appreciate the at least nod to the fans to say, hey, this is why Discovery is not here.
Yeah, but it's always been retrofit, rescue mission. Now I've seen the network expansion with the more technical babble stuff.
Yeah, I guess that's part of the problem with doing stuff that's contemporaneous with other stuff. It's like, wouldn't you probably use this? And it's like, well, we can't, so we have to come up with a reason why not.
Well, when it comes, sorry, Star Trek Discovery and Starfleet kind of haven't created any new technologies, so they left that behind. Well, there's more integration. I mean, the comm badges act as transporters now. I mean, that's a big fucking leap in technology as far as I'm concerned. I mean, granted, the prototype that they had in Star Trek Nemesis was a one-off device. And now every comm badge just has it built in. I mean, that's kind of impressive. Discovery season, the later Discovery seasons and stuff, they've kept in the programmable matter without making it so fucking ubiquitous that it borders on absurdity. To steal his line, because I think the programmable matter, you know, dust being able to form solid stuff is kind of a played out trope in modern media. I mean, hell, even fucking X-Men, the first X-Men movie had it. So, I like that it's being used sparingly. Anything else? Any other complaints, comments, concerns about the episodes?
Not that I can think of.
Are you sure they had comm badge transporter stuff in the Abrams movies? Because I don't think they did.
Not in the Abrams movies.
Well, wouldn't the comm badges always have been like part of how they pinpoint where people are? Like, wasn't that like to transport them, like wearing your
No, Scotty invented a long transport. I think that's why they were able to transport while the Enterprise was going through warp. That's why the mistake that Scotty was in the tube. It was an experimental long range transport thing, not a personal transporter.
Sorry. No, you're absolutely right, King. I didn't have this brought up on my I didn't have the chat brought up, so I missed a lot of the comments. So I'm going back to the last one I saw, which was...
And actually, from our perspective, if we're here in the stream, then even if you delete your comment, it still shows for us.
Yeah. So ha.
It seems like there's a lot of deleted comments in the actual chat today that I don't know why people deleted them, or if they just got...
I didn't delete any comments. I can say that.
I'm sorry. I didn't approve this message.
Yeah.
There you go. Discovery gave the bulk of the fans an STD and then gave them herpes, so it's Starfleet Academy. What else did I not approve? No, deleted.
Yeah, there's a bunch of messages retracted and deleted. So I don't know if there's like bots at work in the chat today or something.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
Some words just get like deleted.
The only thing I'm not approving if it's racist, homophobic, or anything like that. But I'm gonna still approve your comments, dude.
Yeah, and if you didn't watch it, Gap, because you didn't enjoy it, that's fine by me.
Yeah.
I still haven't watched the Star Trek cadet stuff. Do you know why? Because I have no interest in seeing, Star Trek for babies. Same thing with the Young Jedi series that Star Wars produced, which is basically the same thing. It's Star Wars for toddlers. I'm not going to watch it because I have no interest in actually caring about it. It matters not to me, to quote Yoda.
I think it would be to me. I think it would be to me. It matters not, but sure.
Whatever.
I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
And remember, I'm the same person who watched Andor and hated it for its slowness. The one that seems to get the most positive reviews from most of the Fandom Menace types, I'm the one who's like, fuck. I couldn't, because episode 2, or was it episode 1 or 2 or 3? I can't remember which one. I fell asleep watching it 3 separate times because of how slow it was.
I
You sound like
enjoyed it.
Gonzo watching episode 1.
Oh,
I mean, and I've hated a lot of Star Wars, and I liked Andor.
Nah,
I liked the
Political.
premise.
Too
I didn't like
boring,
the execution.
slow.
It was just, some of those episodes were just a slog to get through, and I'm like, I didn't realize until later on that if I played it at 1.5 speed, it was so much better.
I mean, I hated all 3 of the prequels, so.
I didn't hate the prequels as much as some other people at the time did, because I thought like, episode 1 did its job. It introduced the characters. That's all we really needed it to do.
Yeah.
Later on, it was more
episode
like
1 was probably my least hated of the 3. The other 2 I thought were terrible.
I don't know. I think that they definitely made mistakes. I didn't like the fact that in retrospect, Padme and Anakin were so far in age with each other, because in the era of Epstein, that kind of feels like a pedophilic relationship.
I know it that creeped me out, and it was just the romance between them was so badly written. It made me want to, like, I don't know, man. It made my teeth hurt. It was so bad.
Let's see.
Putting on a timer.
And later, Gap.
The bread
Later,
loaf.
dude.
Yeah, sorry, Gap. My bread isn't out of the oven yet, so I can't give you the bread porn of the week. So,
let's see what else. I think that's it. As I said, primarily for the last 2 episodes of Starfleet Academy, the episodes themselves, the acting was great. The references were great. The nostalgia factor was great. The basic premise of the episode was poor, but I still enjoyed a majority of it. I'd say, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give these, like, minus the plot an 8, with the plot a 6. So, overall, like a 7.
Oh, by the way, Spider-Man No Way Home is coming to Netflix on April 15th.
ooh,
Sorry, Disney Plus.
oh, Disney. It's not
Disney.
already on there? Okay.
Sorry, Disney Plus, April 15th.
Okay.
It's not already on?
I know,
No.
right?
It's Disney.
We're talking about the one with Tobey Maguire and
Tom Holland. Yes,
I
Tobey
could've sworn
Maguire
it was already on.
and Andrew
there.
Garfield.
Was it like on and then came off, and now it's back on again?
Don't know. I'm just getting an official rating here. That's coming to Disney Plus on April 15th.
Sorry, I'm just checking.
All right, so since you brought up Spider-Man, I'll let the stream go on for a little bit longer, because I will say, only because it showed up in my goddamn feed when I couldn't change the but I couldn't hit the button on my phone because I was driving. I saw the Spider-Man trailer for the new movie.
You actually saw this trailer? Wow.
Yes, the first Marvel trailer I've seen since, like, Iron Man 3.
Wow. What did you think of it?
I don't know. I don't, because it looks like, for one, they look like they're gonna take elements from the other storyline. The other is basically the storyline that was written just after the Tobey Maguire movies originally came out, where that's where Spider-Man temporarily got his own organic webbing. In the comic books, he also got little Wolverine style stinger claw things that came out of his arms, and he could now talk to spiders. Certain plot points that I thought were incredibly fucking dumb, to be honest. Plus, they had this, the Spider Queen thing where she wanted to fuck Peter Parker like you wouldn't believe, and it was kind of creepy.
Yeah.
So,
Well, he is getting organic webbing in the movie.
well, they've implied it. I don't know if they've actually. Oh no, they did show it. Damn it, didn't they?
Yeah, they kind of they didn't show it the first whip, but they showed him whip. You hear the whip, and he's being hung by half a second of a white string when he's dangling there, and then the rest, some parts of the trailer, you see him using his web without a web shooters on his hand. Like, okay, he's got organic webbing. Why did you erase that?
Start checking my bread again. My oven light's gone out, so I'm having to use my little flashlight to look in the oven and see if it looks done.
Change the light bulb.
I think it's done.
Let's see. So we have Spider-Man fighting the Hand, which is a traditionally Daredevil foe. It hasn't showed up since Daredevil season 2 or 3, I believe, and Defenders.
2, Netflix and Defenders.
So that's going to be interesting.
And why is the Hand out in the daytime?
Don't know yet. Let's see what else we have.
Frank Castle.
Okay. Does anyone here know who the character Silk is in Spider-Man?
No.
I'm not that familiar with her.
Okay. I'm gonna bring up her thing because I don't remember her real name. I just know her as Spider-Man, or Silk. Cindy Moon. That's her name. Okay. So in the comic books, Peter Parker is bit by the spider, gets his powers, and apparently Cindy Moon was someone else who was also bit by that spider. But instead of, becoming a superhero at the time, a character known as Ezekiel, who Elihu might remember as being the main villain from the Madam Web movies.
Who remembers Madam Web?
Okay.
I still have.
I will admit. Okay, Elihu, I canceled my Hulu subscription this week because I just got tired of paying for it after they raised the rates again, considering I still have the commercial version. And I'm like, I'm not going to pay $20 a month for one that makes me still have commercials. So
I paid $7
in the comic book, Ezekiel is actually a good guy. So that Madam Web made me mad because I ended up watching all the Sony movies on Hulu, which, god damn, they really were bad.
Yeah.
And Madam Web now pisses me off even more, Elihu, because I have said one of my favorite replacement Spider-Man characters was Maddie Franklin. And they did her so fucking dirty in Madam Web. I'm sorry. That pissed me off. So yeah, I did not like what they did with or how they treated the characters from Spider-Man in the Madam Web movie.
Oh, there we go.
Thanks, babe.
It's finally cool enough that I can sort of touch it.
Look at that. Austin sends us a big hug, but no coffee. Look at that.
All right, here we go. Loaf of bread.
Bread porn.
The bright light on behind me. I'll turn that off. There we go. Ooh, fresh loaf of bread.
I hear the crunch.
Oop, a little too crunchy that time. Right, now I've got crumbs all over my keyboard.
Yum.
There we go. Weekly bread porn.
Here we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Bread porn.
I don't think Cam is here usually to see the bread porn.
So yeah, to go back to the Silk character, Ezekiel basically hides her away in a bunker for like 15 years to protect her from the Moreland character, which is another thing that hasn't been brought up yet. And I think that this movie is going to bring back the other storyline. They're going to bring the Moreland character. And I honestly believe that Silk is going to show up. And one of the interesting things about Silk as a character, Cindy Moon and Peter Parker, basically every time they're together, they have this incredible urge to fuck.
Okay.
And it's like, because she's the female half of the spider powers, he's the male half of the spider powers, and it's like they want them to make little spider babies. But
MJ,
they don't
you
actually
have
love
spider
each other.
babies.
Yeah. So they ended up not hooking up together. But I think that's going to be the plot point for this movie so far. I think Cindy Moon is going to be a character. Silk is going to be brought in. And I think Moreland is going to end up being a character. And I think Moreland is going to be using the hand. And for those who don't know about the Moreland character, he's kind of like a psychic vampire that feeds on people with animalistic powers.
It sounds creepy and somewhat sexual when you say he's using the hand. That just didn't sound right at all.
Righty tighty, lefty lifty.
All right, guys. On that note, I think I'm gonna go.
All right, yeah.
I got about 1 million things I have to get done today.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry.
I have to end the stream. I think we're not going to do better than that.
I'm getting hungry.
Bread was
I need
so late
food.
to come out of the oven. This
I'll bring
time.
that up one last time. We will definitely miss you, Yvette.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Yes, dear. Absolutely.
hopefully I'll see you guys on Chris's stream tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I will see you guys there.
All right.
Later, folks.
All right. Somebody
Later,
send me a link
folks.
to that one.